Hello, how are we doing today? Oh, hope we're all doing fantastic. Oh my god. Great song though, right guys? Great song! Hello! We got Sliny in here. What's good, guys? Hell yeah. I'll try spinning. That's a neat trick. Whoa! Wait, Ting is here? Sorry. Qui-gon isn't here today. Honestly, this Corn feeling that Butterfat made is such a banger. Like, it's so good. Genuinely, like, I listen to this stuff all the time. Now, I'm actually surprised I was completely on time because I was running a little bit late because I was doing some extra stuff for the lady. And I'm like sole carer for the dogs now. But I actually managed to take the pup, Tobias, because I have to remind him that he's such a good boy. Took him for a walk on his own. And I got myself a nice little flat white. So I'm good. Also, the new camera freaking stands here. I can move and it doesn't break it. Oh, I love it so much. Who's ready for today though? Who's ready for another episode of the Acolyte? It ended on such a kind of a cliffhanger. Would you call it a cliffhanger? Dance on the table for me, Daddy. I'll smack the desk though. I won't dance on it because I don't think this thing. Okay, no, it should be able to take my weight because the legs hold 100 kilos and I'm like 80. But I don't want to really chance it. I'll do this though. I'll mute the microphone. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? God, did you bait me into that? Did you know that was gonna happen? You did, didn't you? Yeah, the ending last week had me so mad, waiting for more. Yeah, I was like, do you call that a cliffhanger? Because you're like waiting for the next bit. Of course you know. Yeah, you set me up, dude. I'll be honest. You knew exactly what you were doing. Right, let me get this ready. Another shortish episode though. Like it's I don't want to check, but total runtime's 34 minutes, and that's with credits. It's quite insane. Like I think what would you guys prefer? Like, because what I find weird, right, is like this format that Disney has taken upon itself at the moment with Star Wars, which is like it has to be X amount of episodes, but like you're not broadcasting on a channel. Do you guys think it's like just to pad out Disney Plus subscriptions or something? Like what's the reason for like these like hugely varying lengths? I used to love it. Like I think probably one good thing about traditional media was that like at least you knew that if they booked like an hour time slot, you're gonna probably get 45 minutes, you know, including adverts, you know. But like between credits and all, like the episode lengths are so much smaller now. It's kind of wild. What a pleasant day it's been so far. I did loads of. I should have already gamed last night because I had friends who were free last night, but then I didn't because I'm an idiot. I ended up doing loads of extra work for the lady, so now like I'm way ahead of schedule because we're launching a new like big workout plan as a part of her app on Friday. So and because every single exercise has a example and a full tutorial, which obviously she filmed, but obviously I've had to edit all of them. And I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna work late last night, and I basically worked until my puppy was like, and I do mean like Ralph was like, please. Because he was like, yeah, I could sleep in here, but like, I want to go into the bed. Let me go to the bed, dude. So, fine. 11:30, I called it. I suspect it is storytelling managed by the writer, which is good. Like, episode 1 will tell the story, and then the writer can just do that. Traditional TV is more than just the writer. It's a whole committee, as there is a certain amount of time an episode has to be. That's true, actually. That's true. I think part of the reason why I look at it that way, it's probably more being glass half full, but I viewed the idea of like traditional TV maybe force them to compress episodes. Like with the episode length of this one and the last one, you absolutely could have made a singular episode, I think, because if you combine these two, I bet it's still under an hour. But yeah, easily actually, it'd be like 50. I think the last one was like 30 minutes or 32 minutes, then credits on top of that, and then this one is probably going to be like half an hour, 25 minutes with credits. Well, so after credits are taken off. So it'd probably be quite surprising. Like, I bet you could fit like just a normal like standard length. I think Mando for a little while made the standard like 50 minutes, right? You could, but episode 4 ends with. Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. I'm looking forward to this episode though. Ian, are you watching with us today, my dude, or are you waiting for the big screen? Did you after you watched the episode, did you find that it was worth it, by the way, to like watch it on the big screen? Like, did you enjoy it? Last episode had a decent cliffhanger to end on, which I have no issue with compared to slapping that in the middle of an episode. Yeah, that's fair. I appreciate episodes aren't padded out to fill a certain length. Yeah. It's a really big screen. It's always worth. Wait, how big is your big screen? Is this like in your lounge or in your office? If the plot calls for it to be shorter, then let it be shorter. Absolutely. But see, to me, I've always taken that as make it less episodes rather than. I guess it depends though, because like, if you have a big plot moment, you don't want it to be like the middle point of a story. Like, here's a good example: The Hobbit. Seeing the Destination of Smaug at like the beginning of the 3rd episode or something. Such a weird note. $65. See, dude, I wanted a 65-inch TV, and my lady was like, "The TV we're already buying is already ridiculous." Like, she tried to convince me that we should sell our TV because she missed our old one, right? We had a 32-inch TV in the place we used to live in before, right? Because we obviously lived in a caravan, right? So now we have a 55-inch LG, right? It's lovely. And she was like, should we go back? I'm like, absolutely not. Never. The difference is I have it as a flex. You would have it to compensate. Dude, everything in my life is to compensate. Let's not start poking holes in my methods here, okay? I prefer more short episodes than less poorly paced long ones. That's true. No, I'll agree with that one there. The one thing I think that's the most important to take away from this is that I, without a shadow of a doubt, prefer the weekly episode release over giving it to us all at once. Because we've, like us three in particular, have had so many conversations about episodes now. And that's only thanks to the fact that we get weekly releases. I cannot say this enough. I hate being and this is someone, right, who binges stuff, right? I love to binge to catch up, right? But I actually hate it when a show comes out binging. Like, Fallout was the best example for me. Because when I watched Fallout, the start of every conversation I had about Fallout with people was, what episode are you on? You know, whereas if there's only 2 out, I'm like, oh cool, have you seen the latest episode? And that's it. But like before, like I was like speaking to like 6 different like groups of people about Fallout, right? And each time they'd be like, oh yeah, I'm on episode 3, I'm on episode 7, I'm on thing. Oh, I binged, I watched the whole thing. Oh, I watched half of the first one. You know what I mean? It gives you time to talk about and speculate stuff. Binge and watch it all in one go and then be done with it. Literally, like we'd have one conversation about Acolyte. But about most, like, there's nothing against Acolyte. Like, about most of the shows that come out all in one go. Especially when they put a cliffhanger episode endings in a show that is dropped in one go. Yeah, I don't understand that. Because all I do then is just, I just hit next. Next episode. Like, oh, well, how does it end? Next episode. Oh, this is what happens? Cool, I can go to sleep now. But because I have to wait for a week for this payoff, it's like, oh man, what's gonna happen next? So it sticks with you? Absolutely. One more convo that Acolyte deserves to go to some lol. Oh my god. I've never heard this version. I don't remember hearing this part of the lyrics. Oh, love it. Yeah, if I binge it, it's like, oh yeah, did you watch it? That was crazy, right? And on to the next show. Literally. Off topic but topical. Does YouTube have an equivalent of whispers? No, it does not. YouTube way back in the day used to have messaging, but it didn't but like it'd be like an inbox. If you remember, like if you want to get hold of someone, you could like send them basically like a YouTube email. But yeah, no, what's it called? Yeah, no whispers. You're safe from messaging, dude. Right, for this whole time, right, with what's going on with Doc, I'm like, I need to know more information, right? What's going on here? I don't want to like just jump down anyone's throat. And then, did he really think that tweet would help him? Did he think that tweet would help him? I was like, I read it and I was like, I was confounded because the first one it was there like no wrongdoing with knowledge. I'm like, okay, that's a really poorly worded tweet, but whatever, right? And then he releases another tweet. He's like, oh well, maybe I did message him, and maybe it was a little bit inappropriate at times, but nothing further really happened. Yeah. And it's like, so you did. Okay. Dude, you know it's bad when Nick Merckx is calling you out. You know what I mean? When he's there like, yeah, I can't support this dude. With all the stuff that he's been saying lately, you know what I mean? He's calling you out. Yeah, I did this thing, like, social media for hating on me. Yeah, literally. It was, like, pure, basically, like, he probably knew that, like, his career would be completely over. He's got his payout now from Twitter. He's gone, I can retire now for the rest of my life. He's like that. And walks away. Somehow. Yeah, no wrongdoing was acknowledged. Yeah, so like when he said that one, it was like it definitely heavily lent towards, yeah, I did a thing, but like no one's like punished me for it. But then yeah, then his actual like admission tweet that he did, I don't know if you read it, Sly. It's next level bad. Next level. So yeah, man, what a weird time. The might as well like that's come out from these people. Like, oh god, doesn't it make you glad that we have our own little bubble here, guys? You know, it's great. Hot take though, the levels to Twitch by its nature cannot be policed, so make it an 18+ only platform. I agree. No, I actually fully agree because you know we talk about like yeah like what he did in I don't know why I'm looking over there. We talk about what Doc did in Whispers, right? But how many people can go to Root streams? Like, for example, how many people under the age of 18 have joined my stream? I'm marked as mature, and we've banned several people, more than several people, for being under 18, not just underage on the site. And I've actually banned several people for being under the site minimum, because all they have to do is click, yeah, I can watch that. And so how many streams would you not let your kid watch on Twitch? There's a huge amount. Absolutely massive. So I didn't even accept the idea of a meaningful age verification. Yeah, unfortunately that'll never happen that'll never happen in America, because they're so like afraid of giving people their ID like on that kind of front. They'll never do it. Meaningful age verification is a slippery slope. Yeah, absolutely. And to be fair, it is. It is a slippery slope. So I can see why people would be cautious about it, but I'd absolutely prefer it where like you've got to. If I could, I would make Twitch an 18+ only site, because in the end of the day, right? Just for Twitch's sake too. How many people under the age of 18 don't have spending power? No, you know what I mean? Like, how many of them people can like put money into the site? They can watch ads, you know. Kind of doing Twitch a favor, you know. It's a precedent that is hard to turn back from, but equally it protects us as creators. Yeah. Because I would like to hope that anyone who joins my stream is older than 18, because I'm marked for mature audiences. But as it's been proven time and time again, that's not the case. That is not the case. So I could be a 12-year-old for all we know, and this is a glue-on beard. I'm only 13. You know what I mean? I've been on Twitch for 7 years. I can only just join but I've glued this beard on, and Twitch doesn't think twice about it. Easy, mate. Okay, let's get. Oh no, don't sneeze. Let's get started with the watch party, shall we, guys? Let's get freaking started. Thought I had moving in my house there. Right. Do that. Pause the music. Mute that. Okay. Let us get started in. Also, Ian, I know you're not going to be watching the thing, so thank you for bye, dude, and supporting regardless, man. Even though you actually didn't plan on watching it. That's very much appreciated, buddy. Right, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let us go. We don't skip recaps. We don't skip intros. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Ian. Absolutely right. Thank you, Ian. Are you ready, Sly? I'll tell you what, though. After all that, though, we didn't even get to see the frickin' Wookiee in action. What a waste. Alright, so she gets knocked out, obviously. Okay. You wanted to see Kalnaka kick some ass, right? By the way, I've not said anything about it really, but I'm incredibly disappointed that May suddenly turned good. We can hear fighting. Oh, one Jedi's already down. What makes the May thing a cop-out as well, even more so, is that if she was going to do that, she would have done it on the other planet. Right, let's have a look. I want to see how good this choreography is now. I want to see the fighting. I'm so glad that we have a variety in lightsaber colors again. Oh, damn! Definitely plug in. Just another Keldor. I tell you what. That was damn quick and cool. Oh, that's a thing! That's a thing from the Thrawn books! His helmet's made of something that's anti-lightsaber. And that isn't Beskar. Where the hell is Saul? I kinda like Yord at the moment. Please don't kill him off. Oh, he's got armor on. Yep. Okay. That worked well for him. Not gonna help. Not gonna help your sister out. She's gonna grab his lightsaber, isn't she? Yo, is that a copper lightsaber? You know that's my favorite lightsaber coming up. That's what I made in Survivor. Oh, cute sister. No, Saul. There's Saul. How was he gone that whole time though? Now, is this gonna be very obviously the nice? Come on, Saul. I don't want to see Saul die. Like, it would make sense if these dudes all die, but I freaking love Saul, man. Probably my favorite character out of all this whole show. Also, yeah, is that the first time we've seen a saber throw in like ever in live action? I get the mask, but getting Kylo vibes. Perfect bad guy voice right there. I tell you what, that voice will make it feel like it's not. Is it? What's his name? Kilmer? Oh, she's still alive. I really hope that the especially be like, I didn't kill my family. I tell you what, the opening fight scene in Acolyte did this show dirty. Because the choreography's been genuinely so much better since the first episode. Oh, that's a good line. Yeah, I'll be honest. The weakest character in this show is May and Osha, really. That's a hint. That's a hint right there. If it's not kill me, could it be? That's a Breck lady. Right. May was literally about to like turn herself in. What is this? Oh, it's gone to. Yeah, such a cool. Also, that green is such a nice green. It's like the green I have in Sator. I tell you what, that's actual really good dual saber action right there. Oh, damn. The hills seem a little bit bigger too, though. I wish they were a little bit smaller. But you know, that's so nitpicky at this point. Like when you like remember like old. I think it's because nowadays they use actual like functional sabers for lighting. I did see some people complain that yours uses a saber as a torch, but it's literally like one of my favorite things to do in the Jedi Fallen Order series. So can't really complain there. Yeah, how much do they know? What's that on their arms though? That doesn't look like Kilmere. Not me, the dude looks too yoked. Could you imagine though if you're one of the knights and that Padawan survives and you don't? It's so mad. How many times are you gonna try and kill her for her to like try and defend herself? No offense to Osha, what difference is she gonna make? Oh, you know what? No, that's clever. I'll give her that. I was like, wait until you torch her, bro. But she's trying to get the bugs in. So cool. The use of that helmet is so sick. Also, what's the Korean martial art like? Apkido or something? I like the use of that. Oh, yo! Who is it? Oh, it's Kilmer. Never mind. That's a shame. Dude, that guy had the biggest sleeper build known to man. Dakota boys, yeah. Did he like that? Like turned it off and on? Oh, I love that. See, I don't feel like that's anti-Jedi. Oh, there it is. There it is. That's kind of funny. He's not wrong. Yeah! Get on, Yord. I liked Yord. Oh, come on! Makes sense, but oh god, man. I tell you what, if all these characters die, right, and we're just left with like someone becoming the Acolyte. I'm gonna be really disappointed. But it also makes sense. No! Honestly, I'd let him do it. He's gonna die. Oh, poor droid. You know he'll survive that, though. That ain't the end of him. Because they attacked all the... no. What I don't get right is that the Jedi in this seem to have literally no danger sense. Have you guys noticed that? Everything seems so, like, reactionary to the sound rather to the intent. I feel like it's just for storytelling, though, personally. Did they, though? She could, like, unlock a memory or something? I didn't see that shot properly, guys, because someone came over to see me. I have to go back and watch that. What did May just do? Oh, she cut her hair. Runs a lightsaber through her hair and managed to perfectly match the haircut. You know what I mean? It's just lazy. You know what I mean? You should be able to sense her presence. You know what I mean? Like, I don't... Everyone in the Force is so unique. Well, he knows something. Do you want the reaction? What would be the tell for Soul is that she doesn't react about that droid. So I did not expect Kilmere to be so freaking jacked. People are mad because it was predictable that he would be the villain, but you know what? I like him as a villain. I think he's cool as hell. Did he just heal her? Yeah, the only logical explanation for this whole thing is that it's gonna have to be once he's yeah, the only way I can justify any of these things is that they're just complacent because they're like at their height. But at the same time, I feel like they're at their height for a reason. So like my brain's like stuck in two forms. Like I feel bad for the writers because it's probably so hard to write things for people that are basically superheroes. You know what I mean? Like it's so insane what goes on. These dudes are basically superheroes. So like this whole like idea of like how the hell do I write weaknesses and all these other different things in these characters. Or like how do I surprise someone who can like sense things in the Force, or how do I surprise like I feel like if that was the Sith that did that, by the way, with the Force thing, and because like there's always like the whole idea like a Sith or Jedi can conceal their whereabouts in the Force, and that was always been like the logic, right? Or at least the fan made logic, right? But I feel like May should not have got the jump on Soul at the end there. Yeah, the writers absolutely have to take some liberties. My biggest problem with this show is that May and Osha are the weakest characters. Also, so he's literally said now the Sith exist. He was there like, some of you may call me Sith. And I'm like, yo, that's kind of sick. That's kind of awesome. But at the same time now, it does break that whole like, basically the only way this, do you know what should have happened really? That could have almost been like a last episode. They should have had this cat and mouse with this unknown being. That's the last episode. Everyone dies. I'm not even joking. That's probably how it should have gone. If they didn't want to like break anything, you know? It's a question. I'm so like. Tell you what though, choreography so much better. The first episode, I was like, God's sake, you know what I mean? Like, I was there like, it looks so wooden, because I remember seeing like an interview with the actress, the actor. I don't know how you is it actor now? Is that what you say? Who portrayed the first Jedi who dies, in the first episode, and she was like, oh yeah, and our person on set like helps find a style that suits you, and it was kind of like, and like her performance like on the fighting front felt so wooden. But then when you see that scene right there, that looked awesome. Like that whole fight looked amazing. It really did. And I tell you what, I did not expect them. Well, no, I did. That's the thing. The funny thing is, right, I expected so many people to die, but when they did, I was still really shocked about it because you're not used to seeing Jedi die like that. You know what I mean? It's so funny. Like when you think, oh yeah, I wasn't expecting to see this, I wasn't expecting to see that, and then you're like, wait a minute, I should have expected to see this because arguably right now, he is he's the only person, like he's the only Sith right now. So like obviously he's trying to find the next one. I feel like that's that thing, isn't it, where like it's like typical Sith thing. Do you know what's probably happened is Killua probably killed his master, and he's like, yo, now it's time for me to get my people. Eventually my people can kill me. You know what I mean? Like, you know, that kind of Sith mentality that used to get pushed upon us a little bit more. But I tell you what though, I'm glad that like bumbling idiot was like the facade, and that wasn't like the villain role. Like, he's like the friendly guy you can almost not tell he's Sith. You know what I mean? Like when he actually drops the axe, like, oh, you know, this dude actually is a villain. This dude's actually a villain. I'll tell you what though, of all the deaths I saw, I was really sad to see Yord go, because he did grow on me. Like, he was like a little, like, you know, it's such a traditional prequel Jedi. I call him prequel because like he was like that kind of police force kind of vibe. Yeah, the because what was it as well that I didn't like? One, because we know that they can sense right in the Force, because when characters have died, we've seen the Jedi notice it. So, and I think even Osha noticed someone dying as well. She noticed someone dying as well, and that's when like, and that was before May had contacted her to like come back, basically, because everyone's gonna die or whatever. So there's this really weird line of like they're detecting other people's like energy in the Force, but maybe they're just detecting death. You know what I mean? I don't know. I have questions. I have more questions again. But I did overall though. I did enjoy the episode. I did like the lack of fanfare. Like, it was like short and sweet, because I think the idea, like, we get so used to these big long fights, but then I think one thing we forget sometimes as fans, that these big long fights exist because these people are like the best of the best. They like, so like, as in like Anakin, Obi-Wan, Dooku, Maul, Qui-Gon, Palpatine, Yoda. Like, we've seen these massive fights, but then that's like when you get the Grand Master of literally everything. Yo, aggressively relaxing. Welcome in, buddy. My favorite part is he had to pull all the tricks out to get Jackie, a Padawan that strong in the light. I'd make him. Yeah, that the Jackie's the one who rocked 2 sabers, right? Yeah, she was surprisingly strong. I don't know if you saw it, but when I was watching it, dude, I was saying to Salah, I was like, could you imagine if you're like one of the knights, right? And then this Padawan lasts like a whole like 10 minutes longer than you in the fight? I'd be so mad. I'm like, damn, I died to this? I died and this Padawan's still going? But no, like, I think the choreography was pretty good though. But yeah, I think we probably saw them fight as a team more. I think that's probably part of the reason. Like, she did hold her own, but I think what made her and Saul fought better as a team. Because I think, again, there's a few liberties taken. Like, why was Saul so far away from the fight? You know what I mean? Like, they went there as 6, right? And they pretty much, a couple of the knights got killed together, but otherwise, a lot of them were individual deaths in individual moments. Oh, so it's because Jacob wasn't fighting fair. He had a notion that the Jedi had all these rules, and here was this Padawan just fighting dirty, which threw off his groove. Yeah, dirty by like their standards, probably. Yeah, absolutely. It's like, oh, you want to play like that then? Yeah, you want to see coming? Yeah, that was insane. Like, to be gone in that way was kind of nuts. Like, I was like, that's the one that shocked me the most, I think, actually, of all. To be fair, though, her and Yord's death and Jackie's death were surprising in the fashion, because you don't see Jedi die these ways. She essentially got shanked like 4 times, and then he had his neck snapped. Like, that's wild, absolutely wild behavior. The only problem is now, though, is that a lot of the characters I actually liked in the show are now dead, and now, in my opinion, May and Osha have to significantly improve as characters, because they have been the weakest by a long shot. Like, this whole idea, like, oh, I didn't know that Osha was alive, so now I'm going to be good because I want to be with her. I'm going to turn, but she came to that revelation after she ran away and fled the scene. But then after she'd come to that revelation and says, I'm going to hand myself in, she then tries to... She then resists arrest, even though she said she's going to turn herself in. I'm so... like, it's such a weird thing. Like... that May and Osha are not very well thought through. And I honestly, even if it's like complacent Jedi, I don't think we've hit the full complacent phase personally. We're still in the High Republic. I genuinely believe that Sol should be able to tell. Like, I know what they're playing at. Because you got like this whole idea, like, you could try and make it make sense in your head. Like, oh yeah, she's like passing herself off as Osha in the Force, which I don't even think's a thing. But, like, I'm making it up to try and make it make sense. We'll start with May, Osha, then... yeah, so, like, Kima and Sol, right? Insane characters. Absolutely insanely cool. Like, Sol, I love. Complex, interesting. I also like the idea, is there, like, I'm up front with my dark side. What have you done with yours? You know what I mean? I like that... the dichotomy? Is that the right word for it? I love that balance. Like, hey... yeah, you embrace the light, but I know the dark's in there. And like when he almost straight up almost like chops his head off. I'm almost always amazed at the lack of clinical nature in some of the Jedi in this one. I think this is pretty like more traditional Jedi though, where they actually don't kill ones, because like, you know full well if that was Anakin, Kilmer is losing a head. Like, let's say the fight went exactly the same, which it wouldn't, because Anakin would win much quicker. Kilmer would straight up be headless, because he would just do it. Like, he wouldn't care. But, like, I'm very confused at the idea that after he's admitted that he... oh, no, did he admit he needed a Padawan? I don't know. But, like... there's no, like, oh, is there another person? I feel like there is no world which makes sense that Sol doesn't kill Kilmer, because Sol just watched him kill like 5 Jedi. Genuinely. Like, all the Jedi died, right? Apart from Sol. In that, like, team. All of them died. So I don't see how Osha shouts, like, I get the idea, like, because he obviously dotes on Osha quite a bit, and might be partly because he's trying to make up for it, because he might have possibly been the one that killed... all the witches and Osha's family. But when you have a Sith who you don't even know, you don't even know, like if the Jedi, the Sith haven't been seen for 1,000 years, right? Since Darth Bane, right? Ever since that, the Sith have been like this secret force that has forever eluded the nature of the Jedi, and still like the boogeyman to the Jedi, really, because they're like, hey, now there's only 2 of them. We never know where they are. Like, when there's 1,000 of them, we knew where they were, because they're all, like, on this planet. And we could just, like, keep them at bay over there. But now they're like, now there's only 2 of them, they're always hidden. Where the hell are they? And now it's like, oh, this dude straight up said, I'm a Sith. You're telling me you don't take that chance to end the Sith? I mean, because in the end of the day, right, you can't ever fully end the Sith. Because the Sith is just dark side users, basically. Like, obviously with a few more twists and flares, but like in theory, any of the Jedi could end up becoming a Sith if they wanted to. He said he wanted an Acolyte. Didn't feel like it was I need, but it does feel like a case of I need a student to carry on the Rule of 2 vibe. Yeah, my genuine theory is that Kilmer killed his master, and then now like because let's face it, that dude's lethal. Like, he is lethal. I think Kimmer I don't know how you say the name. Dude's a straight up killer. Like, I absolutely believe. Do you remember the whole thing with like Sator when you had that one where the Siths are like, you're like, well done, Padawan, and then the Padawan just like goes, like well done, master. Just kills his own master. I'm like, yeah, this is my town now, dude. Same kind of. Kimo gives me that same vibe, and I tell you what I love. Do you know what I do love? There's no shot this guy becomes a good guy. This dude is evil and freaking owns it. Absolutely owns it. But you'd be like, oh yeah, obvious, because you have like Palpatine and stuff like that. But it's insane how many people have just turned from being like evil. And honestly, it feels like May has at this point. Like May's whole vibe, I don't understand it. But I don't really class her as dark side at this point. They feel like a more like, not repented, but like just oh man, I can't even think about May. Such a confusing character. But yeah, he's absolutely the Jedi shit. I love doing whatever I want and being bad. So he's not gonna have a sudden turn. Absolutely, he's there like, I don't want to conform to your rules. I want to practice the Force in any way I want. Which, you know what, is that I appreciate a lot. It's such a, oh man, it's such an interesting character. I find him really interesting. I know people are really upset because it's like we come up with a theory that, well, after the second episode maybe, or they're like, hey, maybe there's more to this guy than meets the eye. So that may have been a little bit obvious, which I know a lot of people had an issue with. But you know what? With how he's turned out in that episode, I actually think he was great. Like, the only other angle they could have possibly played is that Kimir is an acolyte himself, and it's his master that's elusive, and he was trying to have his own acolyte so he could rival his master, and the two of them take on one. That's the only other logic that I probably would have accepted. That would have been the only way to keep it like different, genuinely different. Like if you have it so, his master alive, he's secretly trying to train students, almost a bit like Starkiller and Vader in the Force Unleashed games. Obviously not canon, but same idea where like Vader's secretly training someone so that he can take down the Emperor and he can become the big bad, and now he has his own Padawan or apprentice or acolyte or whatever that will play the role that he played for Palpatine. And to be fair, that might be another turn. We might even see that. The Acolyte might even end with, like... Do you know what it could end like, actually? May and Osha... Whatever happens to them, happens to them. Imagine if this dude finds Plagueis. Has anyone ever seen, like, the... Is it Ip Man 2? And then they quite literally, they're like, at the very end, they go, what's it called? It shows like a young Bruce Lee walking through the door, but have that with Plagueis. Is that terrible? I don't know. This is how you know I'm not a writer, I'm a fan. Oh, man. Yeah, see, I actually enjoyed that episode. I did. Some issues, naturally. But... I think it's because I go into the show now with how the internet's reacting. I go into the show expecting the worst thing to ever ever witness in my eyes, and I end up not getting that. So, yeah. Okay, right, guys. I have to go end the stream, but thank you all so much for watching today. You've all been fantastic. Sly, message me. All right, guys. I'm gonna catch you all later. Have a great night, great day, and I'll see you all tomorrow on the gaming channel. Bye bye.